So Shuzene give the turn to Georgie, and Georgie kill my Yukon, but Yukon survive with 1 HP and then it went back to 20%. And now what I can do is this: you basically go in, big nuke on Georgie, you kill the rest of the team. What's up guys, Basco Show here. I'm back to Regional Legend today with another video that is gonna talk about Freyja, FATEWEAVER, one of the most discussed champions in the last month or so of raid. Since we found out that this champion is gonna be a guaranteed champion from a deck of Fate, and finally Plano announced that deck of Fate coming up very soon. And so in this video I'm gonna make a deep guide of her from a mid-game point of view and also late game to end game point of view. And I hope you guys can make a final decision. Should you go for her? Should you spend money or should you spend your resources in order to get her? So as you probably know, the deck of Fate require soul stones or leveling up champions. Now if you guys have been sent out soul stone, just go for it, okay? Because you're gonna open your souls and you guarantee to get something out of it. Even if you get crap souls, at least you're gonna bring home a legendary champion that is a very good legendary champions. I haven't opened my soul stone in a while, and if I didn't have Freyja, I don't think I would be able to get her with this much souls. So my only option would have been to open up soul stone and then do the champion training. And if you have to ask me, would I do that? I don't think I would personally, just because to me as an endgame player, I don't think it's worth the resources. But if I had enough soul stones, I would chase her, because she can still have an impact on your account. And I'm gonna explain you exactly what I mean by that. So if you are a mid-game player and you get Freyja, you're gonna use that in the faction war for sure. You're gonna use it in campaign, you're gonna use it in arena, you can use it in the clan boss, Hydra, you can use it like pretty much everywhere. You can use it in Doom Tower to help you go through the stages, the floors, the bosses. In Curse City, she can be a very good champion for the Soul Cross. I'm pretty sure one of the rotation, there is a stage that require defense force affinity champion, so she can be a good option there. And finally, also in Siege, you can set her up on a post, for example, they say only barbarian champions can be used. So you can use Freyja, you can use Armands and Nuker, and another support champion, right? So you can use it in Siege as well. So Freyja can help a lot a mid-player account, because if I show you the kit real quickly, you're gonna be able to CC the entire enemy team with the provoke. This is a AoE A1 with the provoke. There's a 40% chance, 45% chance if you get the masteries, and she's gonna always counter with this skill when she loses the shield that she plays. So every time you're gonna use day 2 on your allies, you're gonna place a shield. And every time that she get removed by damage, she's gonna use day 1. So you're gonna kind of always provoke and you're always gonna keep the team safe. It's very interesting that the shield scale with her defense, and she also plays increased defense before placing the shield. So this is massive, because you can boost the defense on the champion pretty much alone. And then you're gonna take into consideration her defense has the primary scaling, and then the target champion HP. So her multiplier for this shield is 2.5. For reference, Valkyria has a 4 times, so it's a bit smaller than Valkyria, but then you have also the enemy match HP, and the multiplier is 0.1%. So if let's say you have an ally with 100,000 HP, just because of the HP you're gonna get 10,000 shield, and then you're gonna do 2 times 5 her defense, and also you have to include obviously this one, and there are also some masters that can increase the shield. So it's actually a very strong shield, a shield that can keep you alive in, for example, Hydra. This shield can keep your team safe in Nightmare, okay? That's the skill of the shield. You're gonna get like a 30,000-40,000 shield if you have really good stats on her. And then with day 3 you're gonna cleanse your team, press block debuff, and increase the turn meter. And then the passive, you get more defense on her. Every time an ally does a critical hit, you're gonna get up to 50%. So eventually you're gonna have very high defense. I'm talking about huge numbers here. If you get it with 6,000 defense to start, you're gonna be at 9,001 point, and then when you get the increased defense on her, you're gonna be probably over 12,000, and that's gonna be a very big shield. And also she's gonna do more damage if you build it with 100% critical rate. So there are a lot of options that you can do here. And then another very interesting passive is that you're gonna prevent the death of the ally with the highest critical damage. So you're gonna keep it at 1 HP when you receive 1 hit. So it's just 1 hit. So if he gets hit by 2 hits, the champion's gonna die, okay? Obviously the first hit has to proc this passive, then the second hit is gonna kill you. So it's a bit tricky. You can't run 2 of this champion and pretend that this passive proc twice. And another crazy thing is you're gonna heal the champion by 20% and activate an extra turn if he survives. So this can do a lot of trouble in arena scenarios. That's why I'm saying that this champion is amazing if you are a mid player, because she can carry you to many content of this game. Now, if you're a late game player, end game, do you still need her? And the answer obviously is different for each player. Obviously you have to see what kind of roster you have. So in my roster is a yes or no, because for me this champion can only be used, for example, in Hydra, okay, in the Cursed City and Siege. But for these two areas over here, the Cursed City and Siege, I don't think she's gonna be mandatory, unless I miss a stage where she's gonna probably the best option. But I never seen a stage where I was struggling with red affinity defense champions. Siege, I can skip the barbarian condition because I don't have strong barbarian nukers, and in the faction I'm okay without her. And for me, as an endgame player, the best place to use it will be Arena and Hydra. But now I want to show you something. So if I would have used it in Hydra, I would go for the provoke option. I mean, she's gonna be my provoker. I'm gonna show you something here. I'm gonna select my provokers, the one that I got available, and you can see how I got Molly, I got Bivald, I got Kantra, and I got Wixel. Okay, and very recently, yesterday actually, I pulled Grazu, that she's gonna become my next provoke champion. She's one of the 2 teams that are around the standard composition. And now I want to talk about Wixel. If you look at Wixel team, it's very similar to Freyja key. You have an A1, there is a single target double hit that plays provoke, but you have a 100% chance when the target is a boss. The only problem with this is that it's a single target hit, so you need to be careful when you do on full auto. Then the champion can place a big shield with the A3 as well, the same way that Freyja works. So you get increased defense and then you put a shield based on his defense. You also place this 2 interception on a champion. The guys in Hydra, this interception is so good. I've been using on some champions, and those champions, they don't get the fears, they provoke, etc. So this is very underrated in Hydra. And then you have a chance to extend the buff on your champion with this. You're also going to increase the shield on your ally, and you're going to place decrease attack AoE. That is very important in Hydra. So to me, Wixel and Freyja are very similar when it comes to Hydra. And if, for example, you place your books on Wixel, I don't recommend you to book Freyja and then you're going to use Freyja over Wixel, because like I said, they do pretty much the same thing. And if you do your run in manual, Wixel is amazing. You're always gonna keep the DK head provoke. That's why I didn't book Freyja here. That's why I didn't give her books, because I'm already covered a lot in the provoke area for Hydra. I rather use Molly because she brings a revive. I used to use Bivald a lot because he doesn't care about affinity and he can heal your whole team, place a big shield on your team based on his damage. But now that I got Grasu, he's gonna be the next provoker for my teams. And so this is the conclusion of the topic of, do you need Freyja as an end game player? Well, you have to see what provoker you have. If you're lacking provokers, you might need her, so you need to book her. But if you already got those spots covered, don't worry about books on her. And now I'm gonna show you how to use Freyja without books, because if you don't have books, you can still use it for a passive. The passive doesn't need books. You're basically gonna be able to keep a nuker alive from dying, especially against the champions like Georgie. That has 2 skills they hit 1 time. So my farmer is building Stonsky, but George is gonna go through the Stonsky and kill the champion. But Freyja is gonna keep him alive, and then he's gonna get an extra turn. I'm gonna have my skill locked, but I think I can still kill George with the 1. I'm probably not gonna bring her. I'm gonna bring Lydia here. So basically, Arbiter is not gonna be able to revive the George. Okay. So let's have a look what's happening here. So I'm gonna put on 1 time speed. So I got my skill locked. Okay, Kama will open up with a different skill. And in this case, my champion didn't die. That's crazy. So I think I got a reaction. Let me try it again. So because I got a reaction, I'm gonna use actually Razelvarg. So let's have a look now if we are okay. We need to die with our nuker. That's the whole point. So if you wanna do this strategy, okay, so my Razelvarg died. I believe he died because of the blessing. So the first hit keep this champion with 1 HP, and then the Phantom Touch proc and kill Marazova anyway. So it's not a very easy passive to proc, if I have to be fair. You need to take in consideration a lot of things like reaction, so many stuff into consideration, to be honest. And you have to make sure that the champion you're facing is not a champion that can place multiple hit. If you place multiple hit, you're screwed anyway. So it's not an easy passive. That makes me think that this champion is very hard to use for this as well. So I'm gonna try again, but this time I'm gonna bring a champion with shield set, so hopefully it doesn't die from just the Phantom Touch. Let's have a look if it's gonna be the case. Yeah, so I survived, and if I would have get hit by the Phantom Touch this time, it would have been okay because I got the shield. So you still need to bring a shield to prevent him to get unlucky, because there are so many blessings that do extra damage, like Phantom Touch, Lightning Cages. So it's not super easy. And now we're good because we got a extra turn. We kill him straight away, and now we can strike back. Hopefully we can strike back. So we got lucky with Mitrala. We managed to you know, put the petrification, and now we're gonna slowly kill them. So I'm gonna go again. This time we're not gonna rely on the passive to get an extra turn at the start of the fight. We're just gonna make sure that Freyja is gonna be able to protect 1 time Arix from dying. So let's jump into the fight. We should go second, and then I'm gonna counter, right? And with all this counter, I'm gonna take Leorus to 1 HP. So now I can actually don't wanna do anything. I wanna see how it plays out like this. Let's see. Okay, see, he proc the passive, so that's amazing. That's what you should do. Have her in like 2 turn stone skin, so you know that she's not gonna lose the stone skin, because if this champion dies, obviously the passive doesn't proc, and then a champion like Leoro is able to nuke the whole team, but now Harry's alive because he got the extra turn. So for this scenario against those nukers that they go all out, she is very, very good. Another example could be a team against Tara that has a 2 big skill, single target. Day 1 is a double hit, but he always gonna use day 2 and day 3 first. And then Yukong, it's very tricky because you need a UDK, okay? Because if Yukong use day 2 and it doesn't kill you because Freyja keep you alive, I think you're gonna get shipped. So you can't technically face Yukong with Freyja, it doesn't make sense. So you still need to bring a UDK to deal with that. But my idea now is that Tara's gonna nuke me and I should get a turn with him. And if Yuko's gonna use the A3, I'm gonna have a shield, so he's not gonna kill me with the A3. And if he uses the A2, he's gonna hit UDK. So that's the idea. Let's see the interaction here. I'm pretty sure that this Tara should be able to kill me. So I'm not gonna I don't wanna cleanse, because if I cleanse I think I'm gonna survive. So I'm gonna just do A1 here. Let's see what the Taras does. Okay, Tara strike, but I didn't kill my Arix. So this is his normal turn, I think. You know what? I'm actually not sure. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this. And now, okay, no, sorry, the passive proc. Yeah, so he went to 1 HP and then he get back to 20%. Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, you heal by 20%. So that's it. That's the way you should use her passive, okay? Maybe not so that you wanna get a turn and then win straight away. Make a team tanky, and you know that your nuker is always gonna survive a one hit. They can up at the start of the fight, later on during the fight, etc. So in this case now I can place a big shield with her. Let's have a look how big is the shield. It's quite decent, guy, okay? So it's probably like almost 40,000 HP. It's bigger than her HP. I'm gonna check her HP, and you know that you got a shield bigger than that. And then I'm gonna keep attacking Taras. And I'm gonna do also this. Taras now can't do much because there is a UDK. And then this is very good. It's a very good counter for Yukong because now we're gonna cleanse. We can heal up with Yukong and just do the one here. So very good champion. It's not like a game-changing mechanic, but it can be very good when you facing like an enemy in Tag Arena, for example. I will use her a lot in Tag Arena. Honestly, in Tag Arena, I think she can shine because you always need multiple champions that can keep your team alive, like UDK, Freyja, Goffred, Necret. So you might have like one or two of those champions, so Freyja would be a very, very good addition in their role. So lastly, I'm gonna do a final showcase in Tag Arena, and the whole point of this matchup is the last team. What I'm gonna try to do is that Shuzen is gonna boost Georgie, and Georgie is gonna take a turn and kill eventually my Queen Eva. So my goal is that Queen Eva is gonna survive, and she's gonna straight away kill Georgie because Yumeko shouldn't be getting a turn yet. I think Yumeko is set up to go after that to reset them. So if I can kill Georgie and block revive him, that's it, I won. So Freyja can be very, very good against the Shuzen combo in Tag Arena. My only issue is that I have 2 pieces of reaction on her, so hopefully they don't proc and she doesn't survive. So I'm pretty positive that she's gonna survive, so I'm gonna use Yukong instead. Yeah, I have 3 pieces of reaction on Queen Eva. I can't afford that, so I'm gonna use Yukong and I'm gonna bring Lydia. Okay, let me go to the last fight. So guys, we are about to jump into the third fight. I'm gonna place in 1 speed so we can understand what's going on with Shuzen and Georgie. So Shuzen give the turn to Georgie, and Georgie kill my Yukon, but Yukon survive with 1 HP and then it went back to 20%. And now what I can do is this: you basically go in, big nuke on Georgie, you kill the rest of the team except for him because he has a passive that keep him alive. And then yeah, you're basically gonna kill him because now I got Lydia here, so he can't rest. That's why I got Lydia, and all I gotta do is basically kill him again, and we are all under control. Here we go. Perfect. So against Shuzen team, he can be amazing. So this is something that I found out today while I was doing this video. She's not super easy to use in a Go second team. There are a lot of things you have to consider, like what kind of enemy nukers you have on the other side, blessing, passive. So it's not super easy, but I'm probably gonna do another video separate to this one just with the best matchup that you can possibly get with Freyja, because Freyja can be amazing into Shuzen. I just found out this today. Shuzen, she's usually the first one to go. The nuker failed to kill your nuker and you get an extra turn, and because Georgie got a turn, you know that reaction is gone and maybe 1-2 stone skin is gone, so it's an easy target for a champions like Yuko. So guys, for the gear on my Freyja, I went with 6 pieces of stone skin, so a 2-turn stone skin you need. I should probably give her more love. These pieces that I gave her, like, they're not the best. I tried to go in stone skin into speed just to try to get to around 250 speed. That's the speed that you need if you want to also use it in Hydra. And the reason why she's at 250 because in case you use it in arena, you wanna to go, like sort of as the first or second champions, so you can probably cleanse or put a big shield on your allies. So I think this is a build for her. Make sure you go with 2 turns because you want to make sure that she's still alive before your nuke die, because your nuke might die at the start or might die a bit later during the fight. So don't go with 1 turn stone skin. Like I mentioned many times, I haven't given her books, and I'm not planning to do it because I got so many champions to give books. They have priority over her. And for mastery, I started the mastery, but I haven't used her in this showcase. So I'm probably gonna do another video with her with all the best go second team, all the best matchups, all the best champion that can pair up with her. I'm probably gonna do the mastery by then. And the final conclusion for this video is, guys, if you have the soulstone, just go for her. She can help you eventually. You can always find a spot for her in Tag Arena, in Siege, in Soul Cross. And if you don't have a better provoker, you can use it in Hydra as well. Personally, I'm only gonna be using it in Tag Arena or Classic Arena if I wanna choose a team with Shuzen. And the only reasons why I'm not planning on giving books, and I have so many options as provokers. So I hope you guys got an idea if she's gonna be useful in your account or not. Let me know if you have any question. If you're planning on going for the deck of fate, I wish you the best of luck opening your soulstones. Subscribe to your channel if you're new, drop a like to help the channel, guys, and I'll see you soon with another video. See ya.